What's up, companions? How are you fine folks doing today? I need a Slayer ring. It's time for another Skitzo Rant. I'm full of my goy slop. I decided today would be the day, and I had me a cream soda, and it was made out of cream and soda. The corn syrup flows through me, and such. I am tainted. With that, it's time to begin. Starting off with a farm run, a delectable, delicious farm run. So today I'd like to discuss something very near and dear to my heart, and that's stop bothering to debate with people. I think it's time we accept the fact that there is no more brine rats. I'll do it. Should be fun. Brian Saber's the collection looks up, but there is no more room for debate anymore in American politics. It's just simply done. And now you might be saying, well, without debate, how will democracy work? And that'll be in another video, but I'm not a fan of that whole democracy thing, so. But I don't think we even have a democracy here in America. We're a constitutional republic. Whoa, yeah, but, you know, heck yeah. This is the type of music we need for a discussion like this. We're getting us into a country bumpkin mode. Y'all out there say, I reckon I'm picking that Eric leaf. That's his Eric Reed. Yeah, that's that good Eric. Oh, it swapped to a more relaxed music. But yeah, I guess that was the Sidious track before, and now we's fixing us a new kind of music over here. But basically, let's get down to it. Debate is dead in this country, I'm gonna be honest. It's literally, you cannot have a debate and you cannot have a discussion without having, a good faith argument. And half of the political spectrum now is no longer good faith, just objectively. You have people that refuse to agree on the basic facts, so there's a 0% chance that you're going to have any sort of meaningful dialogue with around half the country, anyone that disagrees with you. And, you can lament that, or you can lament the destruction of, discourse in the country, or you can just simply adjust. Talking with the opposite side now is utterly pointless. For one, it's ridiculously dangerous. One side of the political spectrum on this country uses and wields power to attempt to silence people that dissent from their motive. If you disagree with them, they will do everything in their power to try and ruin your life. And that's just how they feel about it. They don't care about the rule of law. They don't really care about what's wrong or right. They're, Marxists that, believe objectively there is only one thing that matters, and that's power. And no matter what they say, that's just, their actions betray exactly how they feel. And there's nothing wrong with that. Lying's not good, but it's politics we're talking about. It's just par for the course. If you think anyone is being honest with you in politics, you're so cute. Aww. How adorable. But no. So, you really shouldn't even bother engaging in debate. I'm never again am I going to be really interested in talking with people. I kind of learned after 2016, several years ago, that even having liberal or left-leaning people in your life just isn't worth it. I remember around that time, I pruned my friends list of any left-leaning people, that I used to have discussions with, and I just sort of removed them from my life. And I think it was a net benefit, and I suggest you do the same. Even family members. Politics is the new religion of America, so if you want to exist in a world like that, you're going to have to adapt to a world like that. And guess what that means? It means getting rid of people who share a different viewpoint than you. Back in the old day when, the Catholics and the Protestants and the Christians and all of that. The same type of ordeal. You have to look at it now as a religion, because you have one side of the spectrum who believes, mutilating prepubescent children is alright, and you have another side that's reasonable about things. And these two sides are never going to agree on anything. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to change anyone's mind. I get it, the whole, right-wing fantasy of, Ben Shapiro destroys sort of ordeal is cute. But in practicality, It's pointless because the leftists don't really care if they're wrong or right. They care about what makes them feel good, and they care about power. And they're going to do whatever it takes, no matter what, to get more power. If that means, having children mutilate themselves, so be it. They just simply don't care. And neither should you really for interacting with them. Your only goal should be getting power over them and then abusing that power to politically persecute them. Anything else is pointless. You should, get your message out there. I'm trying to, although like most things I do, I'm a pretty big failure, but I'm trying. But get your message out there, get what you need and want to say out, and then go after it. There is no more hope or no more belief that somehow you're going to have some sort of dialogue with anyone. At the end of the day, it's all just pointless. Like, interacting with the opposing side now is pointless, short of committing, some form of, political violence like they do to you. Like, for instance, recently, a bunch of people in Tennessee got expelled. And so they used some, shenanigan pretext, like insurrection, turning the left's motive against them, obviously. And they're piping mad over the whole Trump indictment, right? And everyone knows, prima facie, that it's all political. It's all just bull. Like, they didn't commit an insurrection by storming the courthouse with a bunch of rioters. They were just a bunch of idiots. It happens. Useful idiots, but still idiots nonetheless. None of these are insurrections. They, might have been trying to stop the vote, but they knew in the end it was going to go through either way. It's not like they were trying to take over the government. It's not like they could take over the government even if they wanted to. In reality, it was just a protest probably that went too far, just like most of the other incidents where this kind of thing happens. The difference is, now we've, turned what should be something we just overlook and we ignore into a national story, and now it's a political war, just like everything else. It's all politics. And that's all fine, but we've moved beyond, right and wrong or any sort of universal truth. We're at the point now where the only things we're really looking for are how to politically dominate, politically abuse, and politically destroy people. And we're past discussing things anymore. We're mostly interested now in violence. You can either accept violence and, partake in it, or you can, just not participate in political discourse. It's one or the other, really. And so what right-wing political violence looks like is something we're about to find out shortly in lots of measure, and it's going to be in response to left-wing political violence. The right is, of course, reactionary, and will continue to be. And there's nothing, wrong with that or nothing corrupt, but it's just a fact of life and a fact of politics. It's a standard procedure in the decline of an empire, and America is in full-scale decline. Now, where does that lead us, though, as we proceed with this? Well, nowhere good, obviously. It's going to work towards fracturing and the continued banana republic of the American system, and there's going to be a full-on political war. I don't think, realistically, yet, we break out into a full-on civil war, as in we're getting out our guns and the South will rise again. I don't think we're there yet, and I don't know if we ever will be, just because life's a little too comfy, right? No matter what, are people going to risk their lives over this because of some people getting jailed in Tennessee? Probably not there yet. Now, if this continues, if we say somehow, let's say the one political party gets control of the Senate and the House, and the other one has the president and the vice president. The Senate and the House votes to impeach and then remove, say, the president, the vice president, and then gets the Speaker of the House put into the president. Well, then maybe something like that might cue a civil war, but we're so far away from, that actually being the case. I don't really see it. I mean, I could see the continued polarization and it getting there, but, as far as the current system, and from my political perspective as, solo person, probably not even going to stay in the United States very long, fully aware the currency is going to devalue and destroy itself. Ooh, fire. Who doesn't like fire? Incense? Ooh. You guys like incense? I do. Is that weird? I don't know. Fire. I'm not melting this, right? I better not be. It'd be a horrible waste. Imagine having to RMA this with burn marks on it. We're good. We are good. I have yet to manage to destroy things. I generally take good care of my stuff. I like to at least, but you never know. Bad things do happen. Mistakes happen. But let's hope all of my stuff continues to stay nice. Besides my nasty, unwashed clothing. Man-child status in my man-child den? Yes, I'm aware. Don't care. You know, it is what it are. This is my comfy pajamas. I wash them like once every 2 weeks. And that's just it. I'm gross. So be it. Doesn't matter anyways. I only have like 3 more weeks of suffering before I can live up the neat life and just bop all day. I'm thinking about streaming daily from like 6 to 10 or something, so if you guys have ideas for the stream schedules, let me know, but yeah. So basically, don't bother trying to interact with the opposing side. Don't bother debating. It's not worth it, and it's not going to get you anywhere. Just use political violence instead of actually interacting with their ideas, because at the end of the day, they're just going to call you names. They're going to use ad hominems, and then they're going to try and attack you as a person instead of attack your ideas, because it's a lot easier to, use the mechanisms of power and Soros money to silence someone than it is to actually try and disprove an idea when you're trying to claim that 2 + 2 = 5. The left just has it naturally very hard arguing the things they're trying to argue. And there's no real way that's going to be resolved anytime soon. You just kind of have to accept that debate is dead in this country, and the Ben Shapiro types and the conservacucks that are trying to pursue it are absolute mongs, and they're going to get mogged if they continue. But with that, I will leave you, and start considering getting rid of anyone that disagrees with you politically from your friends list. Don't interact with them. It's only going to get worse, and you really don't need that in your life. Just dipset bird gang, as they say. You have a good one, though, folks. Peace.